Am I the asshole? For refusing to feed my husband's nieces and nephews? I have been with my husband Caden for 8 years and we have been married for 4. We have a 2-year-old together and we're expecting baby number 2. My relationship with Caden's brother and Sil has never been great. She got really weird around me pretty quickly and things soured from there. Caden told me his Sil was jealous of the fact I hit it off so well with his mom and sister, but especially his sister, and that his brother had always kind of followed his Sil's lead. Seems his Sil was around the family since she was a kid and she and my Bill have been together since high school. She always thought she would be like the second daughter for the family, but Sil and her have always clashed a little and were never tight. Caden has been great about standing up for me when needed, and he has shut down his Sil on more than one occasion when she was being rude. One of the things that has resulted from all this is Caden's Sil insisted I will never be her children's aunt. They have specifically been told I am not their aunt and they are not to call me Aunt Emmy. I have been kept at a distance from the kids during family gatherings, and generally Sil will ensure I don't interact with her kids. Caden sees them less as a result because he refuses to have me leave our home so they can visit, something his Sil tried to insist on. My relationship with Sil is the best though, and we are close. She has a child the same age as mine and she will come over and we hang out with our toddlers. Since she's here so often I will often have enough food for both kiddos. She has picked up some inspo from me on how to introduce food to toddlers since she said her kiddo eats better since they started hanging out with us. She mentioned it at a family dinner recently because her parents commented how much better her kiddo was eating too and the different plate she used. She said it was all thanks to me and was saying how she really owed me one. Caden's Sil asked why she hangs out with me so much and never spends time with her. It brought up some of the underlying issues simmering around between us. She then asked why I never do that for her kids and why I'm not sharing my vast knowledge with her. Caden jumped in and said she has made her feelings clear about me and has ordered me to stay away from her kids, so how am I supposed to do any of that with her or them? The very next day she asked if the kids could come over for lunch and I said no. She asked about some other day and I said no again. She then told me I was an ass and excluding her kids. I told Caden what happened and he talked to his brother, or more like fought with him. I do feel kinda bad for the kids and would love to get to know them better, but I don't trust their parents in any of this. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. Because of petty shit like this. One of the things that has resulted from all this is Caden's Sil insisted I will never be her children's aunt. They have specifically been told I am not their aunt and they are not to call me Aunt Emmy. Now they want to have it both ways, or to put it another way, take advantage of your good nature. Which is probably why you get on well with Mom sis. You're a nice person and they don't seem to like the Sil as much, they see her for what she really is. Not the asshole. She's jealous and now wants to horn in on what you and other Sil are doing. I bet if you did have them over the food wouldn't be right and she'd have all sorts of demands and she would expect your family to pay for it. Or she'd drop them off and disappear for the day. She wants a free babysitter and free food for her kids. Good for you and husband putting a stop to it ever starting. If anything, her family should ask if your kids could come over so you would have a break being pregnant and all. Not the asshole. Has she even apologized to you, your husband, for the rift she intentionally caused? Has she asked the children to call you Aunt Emmy? I think that needs to be the starting point. Not the asshole. Being alone with the children of someone who hates you is a risk you should not take. You have your own family to think about. She could make up any accusation after their little visit and you don't need that. Not the asshole. She wants to take advantage of you, it sounds to me. If she wants to repair the relationship in a positive way, she can do that, then you can discuss watching her spawn. Not the asshole. If you aren't family and aren't Aunt Emmy, and the kids have been instructed as such, she needs to mend bridges with you over a period of time and in good faith. Demanding something and then being angry you refused, shows that she's not ready to do that. I would not capitulate to her demands until she actually shows that they would like to fix the relationship. You are correct not to trust the parents, and with her deep-seated animosity, it would be dangerous for you to include them. It's unfortunate that her children are reaping what she sowed, but it's actions and consequences. Not the asshole. All these years Bill's wife has spurned any relationship with you and deliberately been mean and rude to you. Now all of a sudden she sees an advantage to her in you sharing your knowledge and skill, and she comes to you entitled and demanding with zero apologies for her past behavior. You're right to not trust her. If it doesn't work out in any way, she'll immediately paint you to be the bad guy. If you want to bond with the nibblings, you can suggest something else that works for you. Wait, she wanted you to leave your house if her kids were there, but now that she's realized you're an awesome aunt, she wants to hone in? Oh heck no. Not the asshole. Nata. I would love to have my family over to visit and hang out. Unfortunately you have assured me over the past X years that we are in fact not family. Not the asshole. I'm also wondering what you are doing to get your toddlers to eat of a toddler here lol. OMG, I'm here shocked that Cadens have reached adulthood. It still feels like a name that what only my kids' classmates, embarrassed smiley face. Yeah. She wants free meals for her kids. Not the asshole. There is something seriously wrong with your Sil. Not the asshole. She won't let you be an aunt, but she'll let you be a free nutritionist. Hell no. Not the asshole. She excluded you and then expects you to treat her the same way you treat your Sil. I'm so happy you and Caden stand your grounds against her together when these conflicts arise. She doesn't deserve anything from either of you if she'll continue to pretend you guys aren't family and be hostile. Not the asshole. You're not excluding her kids, she's been excluding them from you. Why would you have them over, since you're not their aunt, according to her? She can't have it both ways. She's been a royal jerk to you, but she wants in on what you and others still have. I think's not. She did this to herself. Natasha hasn't apologized and she isn't trying to fix things with you. It just sounds like she's trying to use you. Not the asshole. She is toxic and you are smart to stay away from her and Bill. So this piece of work completely disrespects you and your marriage, and explicitly tells you that you will never be family. Then she wants something from you and tries to pull the "but we're family" card. Not sure which cliché fits best here. There are so many good ones. Having your cake and eating it too comes to mind, but I think I'll go with you reap what you sow. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. It's really weird and sad that someone would insist on teaching their kids that their uncle's wife isn't their aunt because of marriage. Not the asshole. X200B. What an are your sillies. Not the asshole. Sil created the barrier between you and your husband, nephews and nieces, and now she's blaming you for it. Better off staying away from her as much as possible. I only do that for kids that call me aunt. Not the asshole. She can't have it both ways. Either you're their aunt or not. Sounds like she's trying to take advantage of you. Not the asshole. She excluded you for years. Do why her kids would come for dinner? Stick to your guns and next time set her straight. I'm going to say not the asshole based on your comment that there has not been an apology from Sil for how you are treated. If this was a genuine olive branch and looking for a better relationship, that would be different, but this looks like Sil wants a free feed for her kids. Not the asshole. The Bill's wife can either apologize, treat you better and build a relationship with you, or she can join a group online or real world where she can learn about food from others. Not the asshole. She set the precedent, that's on her. She should have been nicer, now this is all her doing. Cadence Sil made her not the asshole for being unwilling to move from this boundary she put in place, and she has only herself to blame for it. If she were maturing, she would have apologized and invited you to her place. She's not maturing. She's trying to use you as free babysitting. I wouldn't interact with her at all unless you get an apology first.